Hello, once again. Thank you for tuning in. And if it's the first time here, my name is Chandra, and I hope this message blesses you or somebody out there. And today's topic is unforgiveness. It's a soul tie within itself. My father wants me to come here and talk about unforgiveness, how we can build negative soul ties with those that we refuse to forgive. The Bible teaches us to forgive so that our Father in heaven can forgive us too. And if we don't forgive others, our Father in heaven will not forgive us too. And most people, they don't realize that by not forgiving others, they are causing some damages to their souls. And therefore, they are creating negative soul ties. A toxic soul tie is an emotional and spiritual coding created from negative experiences that you have with those people. And this kind of soul tie feels constraining, dark, and obsessive. And this kind of soul tie can negatively affect you mentally and your physical health. The Bible teaches us in 1 Samuel 18:1 about soul tie when we read the story of David and Jonathan. The Bible tells us that David and Jonathan had close friendship, and the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved David so much. And this type of soul tie was a positive one because it was all about love, friendship, and care. But the Bible also warns us about negative soul ties. And God wants us to be aware of those negative soul ties that we can build with other people. And the Bible also tells us in Proverbs 1:10, describes soul tie as a spiritual union of souls. And someone can make you feel so intertwined and connected to them, leaving you having obsessive or intrusive thoughts of the person's feelings of negativity from that individual or liking. And when you feel that this way, or you have this type of feelings or thoughts, you need to cut off that person and you have to let that person go. And that is why God wants you to forgive, because He doesn't want you to ever give anyone the satisfaction of not forgiving them. You lose your blessing if you keep holding on to unforgiveness. God doesn't want you to let someone from your past block you from moving into your future, especially if you're looking into healthy long-term relationships. Like if you're a man of God or a woman of God, obviously looking for a man of God, God doesn't want you to let somebody from your future holding you to, or holding you, not allowing you to allow the right person to come into your life. Because God doesn't want you or anyone to hold anyone hostage in your heart. You need to let them go so that the right person can come into your life. And that way, you'll be able to cleave when you get into that relationship. You won't be a clingy person. Because the Bible tells us in Amos 3:3, can two walk together unless they agree? So when the right person comes into your life, you'll be able to cleave. You'll be able to be in agreement with them, and you'll be able to work with them from a healthy place, not a broken place. And God doesn't want you to throw away what He has for you, all the wonderful and beautiful plans that He has for your future, because of somebody from your past, the person that you've refused to forgive. And you can't have a husband or a healthy marriage when you are full of soul ties. And I'm here to tell people that not all soul ties are created from sexual experiences. Some soul ties are created emotionally. And people need to know that this kind of soul tie do exist, because most people, they don't acknowledge them. Let's say, for example, if a man has a relationship with a woman that is other than his wife, and they spend substantial amount of time on the phone together, that can create a soul tie, because no man is supposed to spend that time on the phone or physical with another woman other than the wife when they are married, because that's a soul tie on its own. And this type of soul tie is very dangerous, and it has ended most of the marriages, and it can open door to so much evil in people's life. That's why the Bible teaches us that a man is supposed to be the head of the household, and as the head, he's supposed to cover his wife in prayers. But when there's somebody that is more important than his wife, it leaves the wife uncovered. And when the wife is uncovered, it leaves the household vulnerable and uncovered to anything that is against that household. So now, when the wife complains, and instead of the man protecting his home, he will protect the person that he has built soul tie with, and this can create loads of problem in home. And the Bible also tells us that in order for a person, or in order to enter, or anything to enter a strong man, first it has to bind the strong man. And if a man create a soul tie with another female other than his wife, it's easier for that female to bind that strong man. And that means the house will be left uncovered. And that creates room for unclean spirit to enter that home, like spirit of division, and that can create strong feelings of hate and unforgiveness within the home. So we need to understand that. We need to break soul ties, because when you don't break soul ties with other people, you will always generalize all the relationships that you come across, and you will equalize them. And having many soul ties is not good for anybody, because especially women, because you are getting elected as a girlfriend, and that's what happens when you have sex outside marriage. Even if you become married at some point, you will always be a girlfriend in that man's heart and a wife in a paper, because you decided to date without your clothes. And sometimes, that's why sometimes after a breakup, God always encourages us to stay single, get to know him, so we can heal and we can cleanse our soul, and we can get deliverances, and we can become whole again, so that when we meet people, the next people that comes into our lives, we are healthy human beings, we are whole, we are healed, we have no soul ties, and when we get into those relationships, we can cleave with them, not clinging, because clinging is created by insecurities and vulnerability. But when you cleave, you agree. Amos 3:3, can two walk together unless they agree? That's how God has planned marriage for a man and a woman. He planned it for two people to come together in agreement and cleave to one another and have one rhythm, so they can build together. Because if you don't cleave, you become clingy. And when you're clinging, because there's too much insecurities, one person builds and another scatters. But that's not what God wants. God wants everybody to heal, to recover, so they can become better people for the next person that he will bring into their lives. So I'm here to tell you, people of God, forgive. Because when you forgive, You free people out of your heart. You don't build those negative soul ties. You can be a free human being with a free spirit, clean spirit. And when you come around people, they can feel that spirit of God within you. Spirit that has no anything that is stopping it. They can feel the flow of the Spirit of God within you with no hesitation. People that can see God in you. And that's what forgiveness does. It sets you free. So I hope you've been blessed by this message. And if you have, please like and share, subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. God bless you.